People the world over are recognizing that extreme weather patterns are becoming the new normal. Today's storms are more intense and frequent and more widespread. Nature is exploding with violent weather, droughts, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, storms, and wildfires, all of which are causing increasing death tolls and financial losses. As well, the increased risk of exposure to new emerging and re-emerging diseases, to accidents, new pandemics, grows with increasing mobility of people and goods, climate change, and poverty. We are now living through a pandemic that has brought increased awareness of the challenges these events cause. What does the future hold, and what can we do to be better prepared for these uncertain times? My name is Mark Poland, and I'm founding director of Bridges of Love Ministry. Bridges of Love was founded in 2004 and became a registered charity in 2008. Over 15 years ago, a Burnaby doctor extended an invitation to help mobilize Canadian churches to be ready to stand in the gap in the event of an influenza pandemic. Little did we know, by accepting Dr. Foggin's invitation, it would be the beginning of an exciting adventure, serving the Lord and communities in perhaps unexpected and non-traditional ways. Public Safety Canada listened to our concern for an overdue pandemic, realizing groups like churches could play an important role. Due to the vision of their Alberta director, Michelle Seguin, a door was opened to be part of the planning process. In 2008, Bridges of Love facilitated an event inviting 16 speakers from the public, faith, and private sectors to participate in a regional faith community community summit on pandemic preparedness and response. Dr. Danuta Skowronski, epidemiologist with the BC Centre for Disease Control, laid the foundation along with 15 representatives from various sectors, offering their expertise through various breakout sessions. This summit laid a foundation for future events. The Faith Emergency Preparedness Initiative was birthed following the summit, with a mandate to facilitate the development of an integrated network of local churches to complement and enhance performance with existing secular emergency management organizations, with a desire to be integrated with the municipal emergency and health sectors. A FEPI Advisory Council was formed to discuss how local churches could support their communities during an influenza outbreak of catastrophic proportions. We continued building relationships of trust, spearheading the Faith Community Public Sector Emergency Planning Workshop in 2009. With recommendations from the FEPI Advisory Council, we broadened our scope to cover any disaster that might occur in our locality. After Alberta's 2013 flood and participation in the recovery efforts, we recognized the need for trained, equipped, and coordinated volunteers. There were gaps in the response and recovery efforts, and even though many volunteers from every description came to assist, they were often unequipped and lacked know-how. Another area that was overwhelmed were the donations that came in by the truckload. Where to put all these items was indeed a challenge. Recovers.org, a U.S. organization, came to our rescue during this time, donating an online website that matched donations with flood victims. What an incredible gift that site was, with hundreds of donations matched with not a single item stockpiled. It worked like a dream. After the flood recovery efforts had subsided, we were given an opportunity from the Calgary Foundation, and later assisted by the Insurance Bureau of Canada, to facilitate Community Emergency Response Team Training, CERT. The timing was right, and with professional instructors willing to help with the training, we tested the template in Calgary, conducting one summit in each quadrant of the city. The training was well received, with the evaluation results indicating people were looking for better ways to be in greater control of their families and community's well-being during times of disaster. CERTs, standing in the gap until the professionals arrive on the scene, was a concept that was new to the province, but certainly accepted as a critical piece. So where is Bridges of Love currently standing? Our last training event was in 2018 in Calgary. In 2019, we moved our headquarters to High River and set up an office training facility in the downtown core. Unfortunately, the pandemic has slowed the process down for expanding our CERT training and related activities. Our hope is, however, that 2002 will see pandemic restrictions lessen as the virus burns itself out with a more contagious but less virulent strain. Historically, pandemics do not last as long as COVID-19, as traditionally there are 2 to 3 waves, so we are certainly experiencing a much longer duration for this virus. We have used this waiting time, however, to revise Bridges of Love's website. We have combined our cert.ca site with our .net site to add clarity for our initiatives. There is a lot of good information, so please browse through the various pages to gain insight for CERT training and our Faith Emergency Preparedness Initiative. If you have questions, we'd love to chat, or if you are in our area, do drop in and make introductions. The coffee pot will be on. Thanks so much again for visiting Bridges of Love's new site, and please see that our contact information is included in our site, so do give us a call. Thanks so much, and God's blessings to each of you.